Arjun woke before the sun. This was his rhythm. He lived in a small town, painted in hues of dust and dawn. Dust, dawn. His clothes were simple, made of coarse, honest cotton. He had a kind face, etched with the lines of quiet worries and gentle thoughts. His hands were rough from a life of labor. His steps were slow but sure. He did not earn much. He did not spend much. He lived a life of small things, small joys and small sorrows. After a long day at the mill, in his worn pocket, his fingers traced the edge of one small coin. It was all he had left for his dinner. Then he saw her, a poor, elderly woman, thin shawl, gentle smile, hands trembling, eyes tired with deep hunger and weariness. He reached into his pocket and gave her the coin, placing it gently in her open palm. The woman took the coin with both her hands, as if receiving a sacred gift. Her smile widened, a small sunrise just for him. His pocket was now empty, but the tightness in his chest loosened. He walked home with an empty stomach and a quiet trust in the goodness he had released into the world. Days later, the small factory of humming machines and familiar faces went silent. The gates were locked. The men who had worked beside him scattered. Arjun had no work. The small stack of bills began to grow. He watched the sky change from gray to blue and back to gray. He felt deeply lost. Then a stranger, calm and observant, spoke to him. Arjun told of the factory's closing, his last coin, and the old woman's thankful smile. This stranger had a small shop on a quiet side street, a place that mended broken things, chairs, tools, household goods. He told Arjun he needed a steady, honest hand. He had watched him before and liked his quiet dignity. He offered Arjun a small job. It was not a grand offer. Simple work, fixing, cleaning, organizing. The pay was little, but it was something. More than money, it was a lifeline of hope. Arjun said yes. He worked with deep care. Every nail he hammered, every surface he polished, held his full attention. He learned new skills. The stranger taught trust, patience, and the value in things others discarded. Arjun's days found their rhythm again. He greeted each person with a genuine smile. His diligent work earned a small, steady pay. He kept her frail hands and gentle smile close to his heart, a reminder of where his journey had turned. The years moved like a quiet, flowing river. Not grand events, steady, small successes. His savings grew from a small pile of coins to a modest bank account. He listened more than he spoke, learning from kind tradesmen and women. He began to see opportunities where he once saw only closed doors. With his mentor's blessing, Arjun opened a small stall in the town market. He served fresh, hot tea and simple snacks, with the same care he'd learned. People returned, day after day, not just for tea, but because he remembered their names and their stories. Money came, not in a flood, in a steady stream. His face and clothes stayed humble. His heart stayed kind. He hired those who needed a chance. Care, not pride, built his success, and a small community grew around his stall. When he had saved enough and life was stable, he did not seek a bigger house or finer clothes. He thought of the world he wanted to help. He rented a small, unused storefront at the far end of the market. He repaired it himself, sanding floors, painting the walls a gentle color, and hanging simple doors painted a welcoming blue. He opened a small charity. He did not call it a charity. He called it a place of rest. He gave hot meals to thin, weary faces, and he listened, for hours if needed. He taught small, useful skills, how to mend shoes, repair furniture, cook simple, nourishing food. He named the place with a word that meant hope. Those helped often returned to help others. The town noticed. Moved merchants began donating food and supplies without being asked. That single coin had blossomed into countless acts of giving, the spirit of one gift alive in an entire community. One morning, as long shadows stretched, a soft voice called his name. Arjun. There she was. The same gentle smile, thinner hands, eyes clear with peace. Arjun stopped, as if the world held its breath. He sat beside her, saying nothing at first. He remembered the weight of the coin, the warmth in his chest, the way she had held his gift.
I remember you. You gave to me when you had very little. I have watched you ever since that day.
Tears gathered in the corners of Arjun's eyes.
I had little. You had little. I only did what felt right in my heart.
I did not help you with money. I have no money to give. But I have a quiet prayer. I pray for those who give from a place of want. I believe this world listens. I believe it answers kind hearts.
He understood then. It was all connected. The kindness of the stranger who gave him a job, the slow success of his work, the growth of his tea stall, the creation of his small charity, not separate events, threads in a larger unseen tapestry. One small coin, a vital thread, his faith, her quiet prayers, a world of gentle, unseen acts. He felt humble, peaceful, whole. They sat together as the town woke. He brought 2 cups of hot, sweet tea. He led her into his haven of hope, served a warm, nourishing meal, and draped a soft, hand-woven blanket around her shoulders. At the door she turned, gave a deep nod, and was gone. Later, Arjun placed a small copper coin by the entrance, not for spending, but as a reminder, a promise, a memory. Kindness is a currency that never loses its value. Trust that goodness will find its way back to you. Thank you for watching.